Hey guys, so before I start this episode, I just want to say that my Blue Snowball microphone was acting up quite a bit, and there was a lot of popping noises and sudden bursts of sound, so once again, I apologize for that, and I would fix that, but I'm not exactly sure how to, because right now I'm using my Rode Video Micro, so that's what I should be using in the future for the episodes, but yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the Cube Stuff Saturdays podcast. I'm your host, Max Chan, or MC Stuff, and joining me today is Will Harris. So,
Yeah,
thank you, Will, for coming on the show today.
thanks for having me.
Alright, so before we get into this conversation, I just wanted to say that if you'd like to be on the show in the future, like Will is, then please join my Discord, the link in the description down below. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to ask Will some basic questions so the viewers get to know him a little bit better. Then after, we're going to have a conversation about the topic of this podcast, which is about color neutrality and Twitch. And also, before I forget, we have a show notes document where I'll put any links in there and anything we mentioned in that document. So now on to the questions. So I asked these 3 questions to all of the guests on the podcast. So the first one for you, Will, is how long have you been cubing and how did you get into cubing?
So I've been queuing for 3 years now, and basically it's kind of a long story. So I started in 6th grade, but in 4th grade, my friend solved like the cube for the talent show at my school, and I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was pretty cool. But then, like in 6th grade, I saw a lot of people at my school solving the cube, and I thought it'd be a pretty cool skill to learn. So I had one like in my house somewhere, and I learned it, and then I like searched up the world record, and then I wanted to get faster. So yeah, I searched up like speed cubing tutorials after that too. So yeah.
Yeah. I find that a lot of cubers, when they start out, they get influenced by somebody who already has like a cube, no matter if the other person can solve it or not. Like
Yeah.
personally, for my story, there's a kid at a summer camp for me, who had a cube. He didn't even know to solve it, but he only knew to solve like the first writer, I think, and then I got interested from there. Um, and then yeah, I've been cubing for about 4.5 years now. So the second question I have for you is, who do you think will take over the cubing scene this decade? It can be in terms of YouTube, like content creation, or it can be in terms of speed, like um, like somebody who's going to like break records in the future. You can see.
Okay. So basically, probably Leo or Timon, because for Leo, he's like only 12 years old, and he's already like I think he's the second fastest cuber at home now because he has like a 5.6 average of 100 or something, which is crazy. And also, like most cubers peak when they're like 16 to like 20. Like Felix Semnix, like a lot of the fast people like peak when they're older, and he's only 12, so he has like a lot of potential. So him and probably Max Park too. I mean, he's already taking over the scene, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what a lot of people said before too. Yeah, definitely. Like Max, I feel like he will slow down a little bit, but I feel like he'll be still relevant in the next couple years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, so thanks for answering that. The third question I have for you is, can you tell the audience two interesting facts about yourself? So, one of them will be cubing related, and then one of them is going to be non-cubing related that you think nobody knows about.
Okay, then nobody knows. Okay, I guess that um, I guess I like got the sub 12 before learning full OLL. So like most people learn it on the average, but probably like sub 20 or sub 15 because when I first started speed cubing, I mainly practiced F2L. So that's what like got me pretty fast. And for a non-cubing related thing, I guess I like run a lot. I'm a distance runner, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, last week we had Ben Edwards. He's a long distance
Oh
runner
yeah,
as
I think
well.
he
So,
also runs cross country.
yeah, I run cross
Yeah.
country as well for my
Oh
school too.
cool.
Yeah, it's a good sport.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so that's interesting. So you got sub 12 without learning full OLL.
Yeah.
So what did that mean? Like your F2L was like decent,
Yeah, my
or
F2L kind of carried me because like, when I first started, I did a lot of untimed solves and like just practice solving, which improved my F2L a lot.
And then I'm assuming you knew full PLL at that time,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So now we're gonna go into the conversation questions. So since the conversation will be about color neutrality in Twitch, I prepared some questions for you. So the first one is, what does your average practice session look like, and what do you do to practice?
So I recently switched to color neutrality, or I'm still switching, but for that, like the only hard part about color neutrality is look ahead. And to get better look ahead, you just basically do a lot of solves, I guess. So for that, I did a lot of solves. And I also have been learning a lot of algs recently to complement the look ahead. So yeah, I've been learning like a lot of ZBLLs and stuff. And yeah, that's basically my practice. Doing a lot of solves and learning some algs.
Yeah. So what events do you normally practice? Because I normally see you on Twitch. You're practicing 3x3. But like,
Yeah,
are there
so
any other events?
so I mainly practice 3x3 because it's really hard to switch to color neutrality. And I also practice 4x4 and 5x5 in OH. So I guess I'm kind of boring, but yeah, those are the events I practice.
Yeah, I practice similar events to that too. Like, I don't really find side events too fun, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. So the next question I have for you is: has streaming on Twitch helped you in any ways? Like, has the chat like anyone given you advice for your solves? Has it helped you improve as a cuber as a whole at all?
I guess like sometimes people say like that I'll use like so basically I used to use the MU perm and then somebody in chat recommended the R3 one and then I like switched to that. So I guess that helped, but I feel like most people don't really pay attention to the solves. So I guess it helped me a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. And the R3 one you were talking about, like it's like from the back, right, of the Uprim.
Oh yeah, there's one for the front and the back.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Twitch can be helpful. Like, wait, how often do you stream again on
Well,
Twitch?
yeah, I used to stream a lot, but like, I used to stream almost daily, but now I just like stream whenever I feel like it, I guess.
All right. Yeah, that works for you.
Yeah.
All right. The next question I have is, for being color neutral, do you think that it is a good idea to start practicing the color opposite from you normally start on? So, for example, if somebody who starts on white cross, or like who learned to solve the cube on white cross, do you think they should start becoming color neutral by starting on yellow cross, like practicing that first?
I guess it depends. For me personally, I just like started on a random color, so I just like picked green cross because I think like it would help to be. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Like yellow cross is really easy. Like if you only do white cross, it's really easy to switch to yellow cross. So I at first I didn't really focus on that, but I guess it's just personal preference.
All right. So, have you seen like any improvements in your solves, like being more efficient with color neutrality, like especially with your cross and planning it out?
Oh yeah, so with color neutrality, it's like very easy to get an extra like since there like you have six different cross choices. Like I get X crosses very frequently now. So yeah, like before when I was like white only, I barely got it was like really rare if I got an X cross, but now I get them I'd say like once every 5 sols or something.
Yeah, so when did you exactly start your journey of becoming color neutral? Exactly.
Yeah, so I started like a long time ago actually. I started in like April, which was I guess like mid quarantine. But I haven't done like, a lot of rigorous practice. So at first I only did 100 solves a day. And now I just do I do like random color neutral practices, like I don't know, like 100 solves whenever I feel like it. So it's not I haven't been very efficient, but yeah, I started in April.
Okay. Yeah. So that's good advice, I guess. And so what is some advice you would give somebody who wants to start out being a Twitch cuber, like somebody who wants to start out streaming on Twitch? What advice would you give to them?
Yeah, so for advice, I definitely tell new streamers to like talk a lot. Like I know it's kind of obvious, but like people don't just want to watch you do solves unless you're like world class. So I guess having really good personality and like talk to the chat a lot and do a lot of fun things. Because unless you're like Timo and speed, like people aren't don't want to watch you just do solves. So like have something that's like really unique about your stream, so people would like want to watch you instead of like somebody like who's already has a lot of viewers, because like people usually watch people who are really fast or people who have a really good personality. So yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed in your streams you put like I believe was if you get like a certain amount of subscribers or something or followers, you get you're gonna do like a 7x7
Oh yeah.
one-handed solve, something like that. So having those things the viewers can look to definitely helps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I noticed sometimes like I was on there once, like you bring on people from Discord and all that. Do
Oh
you
yeah,
think
that
that
was
helps with
something. Yeah.
interactions? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I noticed you told me you set up with OBS, right? I
Yeah,
think.
OBS.
Yeah. So um, how does that exactly work with Discord? Can you like explain that a little bit?
Okay, so basically in OBS you can like capture a window, and basically I just capture like the Discord window. So basically, just screen records the Discord window I have open up, and then I like crop it so it only shows the like part where the voice call is. So then yeah, I can just have the like voice call on screen. So yeah.
Okay. And then does the audio pick up as well from
Oh
like what the
yeah.
people are saying, or do you have to like play it out loud or anything? Or
Yeah, I think it just records. I have it set up so it just records desktop audio. So
all
yeah.
right, yeah, that's cool. So for practicing color neutrality, I guess, would you say it's important to do more time solves or like untimed solves to be more efficient? Which one would you say? Like,
Yeah, so I think probably untimed cells, because at first it's kind of discouraging seeing your times be like 1 or 2 seconds slower, but it's also really hard to track untimed solves, so you don't really know how productive you are. Like, yeah, so probably start with untimed solves, and once you get used to it, do some time solves so you can track your progress and stuff.
yeah, yeah. So, on the same note about color neutrality, so you mentioned that you practice one-handed 4x4 and 5x5. Do you think like being color neutral does translate over to that? Like you are a little bit faster at OH because it's easier to look ahead in one-handed. So the color neutrality helps with that. Is that
Oh yeah, so
something?
for
Yeah.
OH it was like very easy to switch color neutrality, and it helps a lot because like it's really good to reduce your move count for OH. And yeah, for OH, my results have gotten a lot better with color neutrality, like right away, because it's very easy to look ahead. And yeah, the move it reduces the move count by a lot, so it's helped a lot for that.
Okay. And what about PLLs and OLLs? Like, is it? I feel like it's a little bit easier to recognize it with being color neutral. So, if if you were a white yellow cross solver, um, and you solved on red or orange, for example, would you say it's easier to recognize the colors more than it is in F2L from OLL and PLL?
Yeah, it's definitely easier for last layer, because for OLL you're only looking for one color. So for example, you're only looking for like the red color or whatever, and for F2L you're looking for like multiple colors. Then for PLL, at least me personally, I'm recognized by like it's mostly subconscious, but when I first learned, I was like, oh, like I recognized by opposites and adjacent pieces, so not really the same like the colors. So that translated to color neutrality pretty easily.
Okay. All right. So, is there any like on the note about Twitch? So, is there any Twitch cuber you sort of look up to in terms of like how you base your Twitch style off of?
Yeah, so there's basically this streamer named Taslin, and he's actually like not very fast. Like there's like people successful streamers who are very fast, like Lasers Monkey or Key In or whatever. But for his stream, like people really watch it for his personality, and his stream's also very unique. So basically, he starts out with like just queuing practice for like 2 hours. Then he has this thing called the Rubik's Rumble, which basically a race, so like viewers can join Discord, and it's like this race, and there's like heats for skill level. And after that, he has something called Cube Chat, and he has like people like viewers come on stream to talk and like just talk about cubing, and he gets a lot of high profile people to do that. So his stream is very unique, and it shows that like you don't have to be like really fast to get a lot of viewers. And yeah, also has a really good personality too. So yeah.
Yeah, that definitely helps. Like, he has like different segments in his stream, right? So how
Yeah.
long does each like stream go on for?
I think each stream's about like 4 or 5 hours for him, so it's pretty long. But yeah, his like practice session in the beginning is like 2 hours, and
Okay,
then yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. Wow. All right, so is there anything else you would like to talk about this topic that you had in mind?
I guess I think like Twitch is kind of gonna take over keeping content because at least for me personally, I feel like like YouTube content has gone kind of boring because like when I first started, I would always like want to watch a new unboxing or like review or whatever. But now like it's just gone kind of old. And like Twitch, I like it a lot because you can like ask the streamer questions and stuff. And for YouTube, you can't really do that. Like you can, I guess you can leave comments, but like the YouTuber usually doesn't answer the comments. And yeah, like Twitch, you can just ask like random, like you can ask like a world class cuber, oh, what alg did you use for that case, or like what do you think about this, stuff like that. So that's why I like Twitch.
Yeah, like in YouTube, there's no guarantee that the person will comment back and like answer your question. But in Twitch, yeah, I feel like it's taking over, especially during this quarantine time
Oh yeah,
when more people have time. Because I bet if none of this was happening, then it would be totally different. And yeah, Twitch wouldn't be as much part of the cubing scene.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's like so much creativity because for like online comps, yeah, there's like so much you can do on Twitch.
yeah, yeah. Like I had an online competition yesterday. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, you were participating in it, I think, right?
yeah,
I believe so. Yeah. So yeah, we didn't have the best quality, of course, but we tried to bring on some guests and all that.
yeah. It's
Um,
really cool.
yeah, so we,
And
we
like
used
for
something called StreamYard. It had a big watermark in the top right corner. Yeah.
yeah,
So um, so we only had a couple of viewers. Would you say that if when you have less viewers, do you think it like demotivates you at all, or is there always like something that pushes you to keep on streaming?
oh
Um,
yeah, it
yeah,
definitely does. But like for me, I guess I don't really pay attention to numbers. It's just kind of fun to stream. But I feel like for a lot of new streamers, it's kind of discouraging to like only have one viewer right away. So yeah, I guess it depends. Like what are it depends on your goals with streaming. Like for me, I just stream for fun. But if people like stream so they can grow their channel or whatever, then it could be really discouraging if you only have like 1 or 2 viewers.
yeah, and like some people they put like that Rubik's cube tag or something, like the category
Yeah.
of their stream. So do you think that helps? Like, because I feel like maybe some people are just browsing that tag, and then they're seeing who's streaming and all that, and that's how people discover like your Twitch streaming or other Twitch streamers. So
Oh yeah, that
that's
definitely
interesting.
helps a lot because like for any like game on Twitch, like or any category like just chatting, there are thousands of people streaming. But for queuing, there's like sometimes there's only like 1 or 2 people streaming, so it's very easy for people to discover your channel, which is kind of good about queuing because like it's not insanely popular yet. So yeah, it's really easy for other people to discover your channel, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, are there any other strategies you would say to improve somebody's Twitch popularity, like in terms of viewers? Like, because I know, like for example, Brandon Nunez, he gets like at least like 5, 10 viewers per stream he does. I know he does like morning streams now. He used to do streams at night, so he's been getting consistent viewers. So, for you personally, how do you think that happened to him, and have you seen any success with yourself?
Yeah, I think the thing, like the reason why he's so successful is because of his consistency. So he streams like every night. Well, at first, like when he first started like a month ago, he streamed every night at 7 at the same time. It's like his viewers like knew when to watch him, I guess. And now he like switched to 6, but he's like very consistent with when he streams. And he also like I guess alerts all of his viewers and like the Discord and stuff. And he also like streams in the morning now. So I also think that like streaming in the morning is a lot better because there are a lot of people who stream at night, and like it's really hard for people to discover you because like why would somebody watch this random person with 1 viewer if they can watch this person like Brandon Nunez who has like 20 viewers already and they know his stream will be good. So I think it's really good to stream when other people aren't streaming. So then it's easier for people to discover your channel.
Yeah, so doing something unique and being very consistent definitely does help
Yeah.
with growing. Yeah. All right, so I think this should wrap up the episode. I think we're approaching the 20-minute mark.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will, for coming on the podcast
Oh yeah. Thanks
and
for having
talking
me.
about your Twitch strategies. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming on.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Alrighty, so I had a very in-depth conversation with Will, so he shared a lot of valuable information about color neutrality and Twitch. So if you're thinking about starting Twitch, then be sure to use some of the principles and some of the techniques that he talked about, because it definitely is worth it. And personally, I've tried Twitch and I streamed once by myself, so you guys can check that out. And I also did forget to ask Will if you want to plug anything like his social media or anything else. He didn't say anything, but in the show notes, I'm just going to put his Twitch, which is the Ragnarator, so be sure to check that out. I'll put it in the show notes as well as his YouTube channel. But yeah, that is all for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.